up a little bit for my friend Billy Harper.
Hey, keep too used to this. Hey, really give it up for Adamsbaum for having the first Lights Out show. Also, give it up for Rob, his first time. First time in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
He always does it with the lights on. But hey, I like to travel a lot. I enjoy traveling. I've been around the world. I've been to many different places. I love traveling. I love reading stories about it. And I gotta ask you, has anybody been to Las Vegas?
Yes.
Yes, you like Las Vegas, huh? All right. Well, easy. I've been to Las Vegas too, and I like some of the stories there. It was very interesting. But a friend of mine sent me a story once about Las Vegas. He said it was a story about this guy who went to Las Vegas to gamble, and he hit the jackpot playing Scorpion. Then it bit him on the nuts. What happens in Vegas really should stay in Vegas. Also, this guy, he was not a Florida man, because that shit would be too obvious. But the interesting thing was that the hotel they comped him. Gave him plenty of gauze and whiskey so he'd forget about it. And the interesting thing was he was there, and when it happened, he was on a family trip with his wife and young kid, and his wife really consoled him in a way that you would have expected. She asked him if he was with a hooker. I gotta work on that joke a little bit, don't I? But that's what this is for. The interesting thing is when I travel, if I travel on longer flights across the ocean or to Hawaii, what I usually do is I pay the extra money for an extra seat. And it gives me a lot of things. It gives me the extra room, it gives me a chance to spread out. It also gives me a lot of disappointment. Because if you look at it,
I'm sure there's
exit row seats are nothing more than a giant scam. You're paying $50 to $200 to the airline to become an employee of the airline in the event you're in the last moments of your life. You're here, right? But the great thing was, on a recent flight, I was flying to Hawaii, and we actually, I was sitting there, I was relaxing, I was reading and listening to some music, and all of a sudden the pilot comes on. We're going to have to make an emergency landing, so, this is great, it's my moment. I'm gonna get to be the hero, I'm gonna get to be the leader. So I jump up, I go to the steward and say, hey, I'm ready, what do you need from me? And she goes, well, here's a plunger and a mop bucket. Go clean up the toilet. I wanted to be the hero, but they really needed a plumber. And also, the kids, the families, a lot of people were upset. They were crying, not because of the smell, but because I started doing my act. But plane landed. They were able to get clearance to do an emergency landing, and they went in. They landed, smooth landing, in front of a row of shit suckers. But then they exited the plane. They cleaned everything up, and they let us back on the plane. And we were going back, and I scanned my ticket, and she said, "Hey, you're in an emergency room. Are you prepared to assist in the event of an emergency?" And I said, "Yes, but only if you give me a plunger." Also, the interesting thing about travel is I've had a chance to bond with both my kids on trips. And I keep mentioning Hawaii because that was really our big bonding experience as a family. In fact, when we were in Hawaii, and we discovered a lot of things. First of all, we learned about the food. They got all sorts of food, but we discovered the best pineapple ice cream in all of Hawaii. It was at the weed store. And it pairs great with their brownies. And some Maui Wow. Ooh. Which you can sprinkle on it. Also, we discovered the best beach in all of Hawaii. On our friend's recommendation, it was called Polo Beach. We drove up to the North Shore, and we walked across a polo field, saw some horses, and we get out on the beach. Nice white sand, clear blue sky, the waves are coming in. Ladies playing with her dog. And then, to my right, there was a guy who was flying a kite, naked. It was really great how he tied off his string. But most of all, it was the experiences. We did ocean canoeing. We hiked Diamond Head. We toured the North Shore. And once I get a tribal tattoo, I'm going to get my ticket punched for a free brownie at the weed store. Yeah. And I'm not going to do the Rift Bucket. That's my time. Thanks a lot.
One more time for Billy Harper, ladies and gentlemen.